I'm Ashley Pickens here in Memphis, Tennessee. I know my screen looks a little different today, you guys, because I want to share with you what's going on at the auction. If you don't know, I've been in real estate since 2006 as a real estate broker, and I'm also an auctioneer. I auction off properties at the courthouse. I auction off foreclosures. So, you guys, properties have not been selling at the auction. We got to talk about it. We're going to get into it. What's going on everywhere. September foreclosure numbers are out and what's going on at the auction. So this is a property, you guys, that I shared with everybody like a while ago that I wanted to tell you about. It's in San Diego. People asked me about it. I posted it on my community page. It went up for auction last week, I think last Thursday or Friday. You guys, the opening bid was $301,000 and it sold for $352,000. Now we all see how much this property is worth. Well, what Redfin says. I don't live in San Diego. I don't know this area, but it says it's worth a little over $1 million, and it sold for $352,000 at the auction. So I think that was a great deal, right? If it's a great area, I don't know. You got to drive by the house and make sure it's still there, right? But if it is in good condition, 352, and the house is worth $1 million, there it is. That's at the auction, okay? So, but that's not what's happening everywhere, you guys. There are a lot of other, they're not selling. This week, Georgia, Texas had their big auctions going on. And you guys, okay, so let's look at this one, for example. This one is in Austin, Texas, 7723 Manassas Drive. It looks like it's where Zillow has it. You know, we can't always trust Zillow, but Zillow has it going for 578,900, right? So let me tell you, at the auction, I think it went yesterday, Manassas opening bid was $606,000. The opening bid was 606. Why was it 606,000? Because you guys, look right here. Can y'all see this? They just bought it in 2022, right here, you guys. They just bought the property for $600,000 last year. That's why that opening bid was $606,000, and it reverted back to the bank. It didn't sell. Those numbers don't make sense. I mean, it looks like it's a gorgeous house, but it sure did. It reverted. Opening bid was too high, and it looks like it's only worth 578. So it's not even worth what they paid for it last year, you guys. And it looks like a beautiful house, right? Okay, let's keep going. Okay, guys, here's another one. Check this one out. This one is Austin, Texas, 3003 Oak Haven Drive, Austin, Texas. The Zestimate is $1.3 million. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath. I don't know Austin's real estate like that. So went up for auction, I think yesterday. If you're, depending on when you're watching this video, it is October 5th, 2023. Okay. So this one went up yesterday. They bought it, you guys. Went up yesterday. Let's go to the foreclosure data. Sometimes it has it, sometimes it doesn't. Check it out, you guys. Last year for $3 million. Last year for $3 million. Opening bid at the auction was $2.7 million. $2.7 million was the opening bid. Ask me if it sold. You already know the answer to that, you guys. It did not sell at the auction. It's only worth 1.3 right now. Last year in March, they bought it for 3 million. This year in, what is this? October, 1.3. Opening bid was too high. I just keep seeing these opening bids are too high. And it's because these people just bought these houses in the last 2 years, 2020, 2021, 2022. And they are losing them. They are losing these properties. So it looks like somebody bought it in 2015 and then they were issued a loan in March of 2022. Just got, you guys. And now it is worth 1.3 million, you guys. And it reverted back to the bank. Now it's going to be an REO. They lost this property at auction, you guys. And it's so many like this. And you guys, here's another one. This one's out of Atlanta, 2191 Tiger Flowers Drive, 4 bedrooms, 2 bath. It looks like it's sold for 93,000 in 2020 is what it looks like right here. Opening bid on this one was $218,000. $218,000. And it reverted back to the bank. Now, somebody did ask me, like, how did they buy it for 93,000 and the opening bid was 218, right? And I don't know, you guys. Maybe they tried to do the Burr method, right? And buy it, fix it, what is it? Buy it, flip it, and then rent it. I looked down here and it looks like that they did try to rent it. Yeah. They bought it in 2020 and then tried to rent it. My face bubbles right there. Rent it for $1,800 a month. So maybe that was their plan. Maybe they tried to burr it, and it is on like a rental site. I can see a little watermark. And they just couldn't and lost it. It reverted back to the bank. The opening bid was, so they probably bought it, rehabbed it, refinanced it. That's where that $200,000 loan, because the opening bid is 218, and then could not get it rented out and then ended up foreclosing on it. So those are just some examples of what I'm seeing at the auction, you guys. So when everybody's like, well, there won't be any foreclosures because they can just sell the property or you guys, look, you guys, that is not the case for everybody. Okay, you guys, so let's talk about some of the numbers of what's going on. So, you know how I feel about this. I do not believe half of these numbers that come out, right, about foreclosures. So here's August. They haven't updated September yet. But in August number says there were a total of 33,000 properties with foreclosure filings, right? 33,000. So most people are like, okay, that's not too bad. 33. That has Nevada, Illinois, South Carolina, New Jersey, and Delaware are those states, right? But you guys, okay, and I'll tell you this. Lenders started the foreclosure process on 22,000 properties in August. So these are new foreclosure starts. Lenders started the foreclosure process on 22,000 properties. States that saw the greatest monthly increase, right? August, Louisiana up 40%, California up 32%, Tennessee, look, my state, up 32%, Alabama 30%, and Florida up 28%. But again, you guys, they're saying they started the foreclosure process on 22,000 properties. But let me show you something else, you guys. Okay, you guys. So I always talk about I go to HUD's website and they update it every single month, right? Here it is. I will share the website with you. September's numbers just came out. You guys, it's what, October 5th? Here are September's numbers when it comes to the housing market, because they always paint this picture of everything is fine, pink starburst, unicorns and rainbows. In reality, that's not the truth, you guys. Like, that's not the truth. So I want to look at September's numbers. And here they are. So, because your girl is always going to have receipts. I'm always going to have receipts. So let me make it bigger so the people in the back can see. You know what I mean? Okay. So where are we for September? Like last week, September. So I'm not looking at old numbers. And there's a lag in all this information. There's a lag in everything, right? And you already know I don't believe these numbers anyway. But these are the numbers that they're coming out with, right, in this article. Meanwhile, the other articles are saying only 22,000 new foreclosure starts. But let's talk about forbearance. So we have about 0.33% people in August. 165,000 households are in forbearance right now. It was a much higher number. But let's go on down, because this is the part I want to see. Renters and homeowners that are behind on their mortgage. This month they decided to put it in a little graph. They didn't put it in a paragraph. They must know I've been watching. But they can't hide the numbers from me. They can't hide them from me. So here we are, you guys. And I'll share this website so you can see. Mortgage loan, delinquencies, all of this. So right now, renter households behind on rental payments, you guys. And it's in a percentage amount. 12%, you guys. That's still 6 million people. That is 6 million people. Homeowners behind on their mortgage payments. 5.3% of homeowners are behind on their mortgage payments. You guys, and I looked at the number, and this is August right here, this 5.0. That's August. That was 5 million people. This is September. We're at 5.3. We're still, my point is, we're still at 5 million people who have not paid their mortgage in like 2 years. These numbers have not changed. I look at this. You can come look at this. They even have like seriously delinquent mortgages, prime, subprime. Y'all get on here. We can share information. Look, I'm not going to gatekeep. I got receipts. Underwater borrowers. We still have 5.3 million people behind on their mortgage right now across the country, right? These houses are not selling at auction right now because the opening bid is just too high. And then we have these people, like I've talked about before, the people who, you guys, were promised that they could refinance, bought at the beginning of this year, right? Under the impression that interest rates were going to go down, and they have not gone down. And now they're struggling. That report came out. 84% of people who bought at the beginning of the year are struggling because they thought they could refinance and they can't. And I'm here to say, I don't know when you'll be able to refinance, right? I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm a real estate agent. Agents and mortgage people should have not sold that dream that these people could buy, and then at the end of the year they're going to be able to refinance and get a lower mortgage payment. That's not true, right? That's not what's going on. And now people are struggling. And you guys, and we're going into the winter. We all know, I mean, these storms have been storming, right? On a whole nother level. In winter, all it takes, because most people are living paycheck to paycheck, regardless to what the news and the government, and they think we overflowing with stimulus money. I don't know. Regardless, people are struggling. Y'all, look, I was in the grocery store. Let me tell you, I was in the grocery store buying my little groceries, and it was a lady, I kid you not, standing in the frozen food department. She had a bag of chicken in her hands, right? Like a bag of frozen, it was probably Tyson, the big bag of chicken, right? I passed her by. I went to got my yogurt and, eggs, came back by. Y'all, she was still standing there looking at that chicken. And I was like, I know exactly what she's thinking right now. She's like, do I spend this money on, she's probably over there making life decisions, trying to debate if she should buy this family size bag of chicken, right? Because lo and behold, this will probably be the week her kids decide that they don't eat chicken. This will be the week they decide that they're vegan. And she's like, I could have spent that. I should have bought the small bag of chicken and I bought the big one. I could have put that extra money on the light bill, on my credit card bill, on some gas in the car. I was like, same, Susan, same. Get the small bag of chicken and get a bottle of wine, baby. And so your nerves, don't let that chicken ruin your week. But she's in. Y'all, she was standing there looking. And I knew, you're trying to think about, like, can I afford this? When you add it into your budget, you're like, am I going to go over? Should I buy the big bag? People out here making life decisions in the frozen freezer aisle, y'all. And I get it. You know what I mean? And of course, nobody's going to come out and say, because every time you hear the news, everything's fine. Consumers are still spending. Consumer spending is strong, y'all, because they dare not. They dare not. In October, in fourth quarter, in the holiday season, come out and say, y'all, Americans are struggling. We struggling down here. They better not say that, because they know people are going to tighten up as soon as they say it. People are going to tighten up. They're going to stop spending. And that is not what they want to happen, right? They want you to keep spending your money. It's about to be the big retail season, fourth quarter. So they're still painting this picture of everything's fine. They have plenty of money down there. Us down here. They got plenty of money. Meanwhile, everybody has maxed out their credit cards. They said people are putting their basic necessities on credit cards, you guys, like groceries. You guys, like, I don't know, you guys, but the people who thought that they could refinance at the beginning of this year and who are probably struggling to hang on, and they can't refinance. And I've said this before. It's not like you just make a phone call and say, hey, it's me, refinance my loan real quick. And they're like, okay, all done. Key it in and it's done. No, you guys have to still go through a credit check, you guys. You still have to, it's like getting a new mortgage. Basically, you probably have to bring money to the table, origination fees, application costs, closing costs, an appraiser, and you also have to have equity in your house, right? And as I'm showing you at the auction, these people bought last year and the house is not worth what they paid for it. These opening bids are higher than the value of the house, right? That's what's going on. That's reality, you know, and I just hate people bought into that. That's why I tell people, like, y'all, I don't care what the pre-approval says. If they tell you you can buy a house, your pre-approval is for $300,000, you know you don't want that $2,500 mortgage payment. Just because they tell you you can get it does not mean go out and buy a house for that amount. You've got to stay in your budget. What was I saying? We're coming up on winter, you guys. All it takes, y'all, look, all it takes is for a pipe to burst in your house, a tree to fall the wrong way, and there go your whole budget, right? Most people are living paycheck. I'm talking about people making six figures, living paycheck to paycheck, right? So one big repair will, can ruin you. You know what I mean? Um, but before this video gets too long, because I can talk, I can talk. Um, you guys, don't go out there spending ridiculously. I know Amazon Prime Day is coming up. I know they're gonna be giving away TVs, buy one get one free. You guys, don't do it. Don't do it. Get through 2023. I bet these layoffs are coming in 2024. These foreclosures might come. I'm trying to keep track to see what servicers are pushing these foreclosures through, because we're getting more properties come through the auction, right? They haven't totally opened the floodgates, but they cracking the door a little bit. You know what I mean? Some of them are coming on. So you guys, it's coming. It's coming. Be aware. I think these numbers are grossly underreported. I think it's probably closer to 10 million people who have not paid their mortgage, even though this is showing what, 12%, 5.3%. So that means like 5 million people are behind. I believe that number is way off. I believe that number is way off. Um, because I see it every day. I see people who call me every day and they have not paid in 2 years. So, you guys, this is the video. I want to share all the information with you. I am back doing daily YouTube videos, you guys. And if you're interested in buying properties at the auction, I have the auction accelerator. I will link that below. I have a master class coming up next Thursday. It is absolutely free, you guys. It's absolutely free. It will be live. You can ask me questions. I'm going to teach you about REO properties and auction properties. I conduct auctions. I'm at the courthouse. It's all cash. If the properties don't sell at the courthouse, they become REO properties. Like a lot of these properties that I just showed you on this video, they did not sell and they go back to the bank, and they will be REO properties. And I see the REO market exploding because these opening bids are too high. Nobody at the auction is going to buy them. So they're going back to the bank, you guys. So I would say if I was looking to buy a property right now, y'all, I wouldn't buy anything on the market because I think the value is going to go down. I wouldn't buy anything on the market. Look at these REO websites: homepath.com, hudhomestore.com. Wells Fargo has an REO site. Bank of America has an REO site. I would look at REO properties and I would negotiate. You can negotiate with the bank, you guys. You can. But no, that's what the masterclass is on. It's free, live, next Thursday, October 12th, depending on when you're watching this video. So sign up. And the auction accelerator, if you do want to buy properties at the auction, I teach you exactly how to find them and bid on them. So you guys, the video is a little different today, a little different, but I wanted to share with you. I wanted you to see the numbers for yourself, see the properties for yourself. I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, do all of the things. Do all the things. Stay well, and you know, don't stay well. I know student loan payments just kick back in, and it don't look like they're going to accidentally deposit Ukraine's wire into my bank account. But, I have hope. Maybe they'll do it to one of y'all's. Maybe they'll accidentally deposit it into one of your bank accounts. But anyway, y'all be good. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you